this a lovely video? A gotcha person making a video on their favorite fandom. How sweet. You may be wondering what this video is all about, so I'll get to the gist of it here. We're talking about the Super Mario Brothers. Several people just clicked off. Screw you guys, I'm funny as shit. So, as any commentary video is, this video is scripted, so, yeah, don't take anything I say seriously, but also do take it seriously, because I like being taken seriously. But anyways, back into the script. I was scrolling through Twitter like I usually do, and stumbled upon a tweet that talked about mischaracterization. Specifically, the mischaracterization of Mario characters. Luigi in this case. Now, Luigi is one of my favorite characters. I'm a big Luigi fan, and I understood them completely. But that has me thinking about other characters. Now, the Super Mario Bros. Fandom and characters and stories are all the things I adore. I mean, hell, before I almost did the videos, that you can find in a playlist, I had a whole bunch of videos dedicated to them. I've become more in contact with the fandom and everything, but I see that it's a whole horrific thing now. It's like a monstrosity, a fucking, like, acidic monster. Interacting with the fandom's about as painful as stepping on a Lego when you're going to get your midnight snack. You see, I've been in the fandom for about, like, 8 years, and it was a whole lot better than hanging it out in any other fandom. But, I mean, like, the movie has come out, and, oh, lord. There are a bunch of things I can cover about this cesspool of a fandom, so let me just break it down. We'll start off leisurely with the basics, starting off with the main cast of characters, Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Bowser, and end off with the meat of everything, the ships, because that just has to be controversial, I guess. So how does this all start? Well, we'll hit it off with a banger and go off with our favorite red man, Mario. Mario Jumpman Mario. Everyone's favorite person. Apparently not so much. You see, Mario for the longest time has been mischaracterized by his own community due to something I call the game theory effect. You see, way back then, game theory was the pinnacle for video game lore. He broke down things he could determine from visuals and dug deep into things to find hidden meanings. What does he do now? Ruin fandoms for the rest of us. Specifically me. I have nothing against him, by the way. I just hate him, so I have everything against him. Mario in the games as we know it is a very caring, loving, and a nice guy. Does everything for the people he cares about and loves, as well as people he doesn't even know, and treat him like absolute fucking garbage. See, way back then, in the good old day of 2013, 9 years ago, October 20th, Game Theory posted a Mario-related theory calling Mario mental, and essentially, to put it short, evil. Now, I wasn't that naive as a child and knew that Mario was nothing like that. In one of the many Mario theories that I couldn't be bothered to look at again unless I wished to scream and cry over something as trivial as Mario's own personality, he brings up a scene of Mario stepping on Luigi's shoe during a tennis match. Now, I own a Mario-related Discord server, and one of my members actually brought this up as evidence to call Mario evil. I'm a Mario defender and apologist, so naturally, I combated them. Hey, fuckface! Mario isn't evil, and I'm going to fucking kill you for saying that. I didn't actually say that, but I thought it, so I might as well have said it. Sure, Mario does look pretty bad in that scene, but I think people fail to remember that siblings aren't all buddy-buddy all the time. Mario and Luigi are brothers. Are they not allowed to be petty with each other? You stick with this guy for most of your life, you cannot have the world's most pristine relationship. Besides, that's the only time he's ever done something like that to Luigi. Maybe. But that being besides the point, one thing I've rarely seen brought up but still used as an argument is the hot air balloon scene. Listen, I get it. Luigi wanted to come along for the ride, but Mario is essentially going on a date with someone he loves. You wouldn't want someone intruding. Sure, it was kinda mean how they went about it, but Luigi still got to go on the ride. We rarely ever see Mario ever being rude to his brother. And if he is, they always come back to each other and apologize. They are siblings. They'll have falling outs, but they'll always stick together. It would be surprising to see Mario be like, "Man, fuck you, Luigi," and then leave forever. That would literally be the end of the Mario Brothers. And I don't want the Mario Brothers to end. If you've seen plenty of official art, Mario is kinda cheeky when it comes to fooling and messing around with his brother. He gets all smug and silly, and he just likes teasing his brother. Nothing wrong in a little harmless fun, really. However, it would be funny if one of these days Mario just shoved Luigi off an edge for an adventure and just followed after him, then called it faster transportation. I don't know, I think that would be hilarious. But back on topic, Mario overall is described to be a generally nice guy. Now because of this, people generally see Mario as a personality-less husk of nothing. Although whenever Mario is shown to have personality, the general public screams saying, "That's not my Mario!" So which is it, fandom? He gets personality or he doesn't? Personally, I believe Mario is a generous and heroic kind of guy. His top priority is his brother and his friends as well as the sake of the kingdom. If you guys have any other interpretations of Mario, put them down below so I can steal them. I mean, look at them and smile. Luigi Mario. Now I can say so many things, but unless you want me to go on a violent rant about how much I love Luigi, I'll have to get down to one thing. I am a big fan of Luigi. Huge fan. In fact, I might just consider myself his #1 fan. But here's my issue with some fans, okay? A lot of these Luigi fans really like to demonize Mario in favor for their favorite green Italian man, Luigi. No issues with the low loving for Luigi, but when you go out of your way to portray him as some meek, pathetic guy who needs to be comforted 24/7, or like some guy who was mistreated by their brother, and just all these really over-exaggerated traits for one character, I have an issue. Luigi is a cowardly yet brave person who may be anxious but would still do anything in favor for the people he cares for. He also is described to be mysterious as well as kind of sassy in some ways. He doesn't always get discouraged when someone insults him. You'll see him get more frustrated than anything, really. He's also more vocal and more talkative than Mario. He gets to show off more of himself than Mario does without getting many of the repercussions that Mario does, which is simply because people see Luigi as the more relatable one of the brothers. But there are some instances in fan work where they just completely baby Luigi for no reason, other than that Luigi is shown to be anxious sometimes, which I don't entirely get. Luigi is like in his 30s, he's a full-grown adult, why are you treating him like he's 3? Like, a general description of how I see fandom Luigi the entire time is just,
"Oh, mamma mia, I just need a saving all the time, and my brother hates me sometimes, I guess, but also sometimes he doesn't, but he's just, like, really overprotective, I mean, like, dangerously overprotective, and then the princess don't like me, nobody like me, and I'm so sad, no.
I just had to do several takes for this, so, bear with me. But he's fought against Bowser before. Sure, he's scared of him, but he doesn't let the fear get the best of him. He'll always have a motivator that gets him over his fear, whether that be his brother or the kingdom, because those are the only two motivators he's allowed to have. Unless it's the movie, then it's money. Luigi shouldn't be getting the Papyrus treatment, and Papyrus shouldn't be getting the Papyrus treatment. Luigi has more to him than just anxiety. Cowardly yet brave, heroic, smart, mysterious, talkative, all sorts of traits. He's also green. Not to mention he loves his brother. Play Mario and Luigi Dream Team literally shows the amount of care that Luigi has for his brother, as well as his desire to return the protection that Mario gives him. Luigi is pretty much someone who can fend for himself. He'll just be a little pussy about it. I am literally going to butcher you guys for what you guys are portraying my girl Peach as. Princess Peach Toadstool. How I love this woman to death. She is a wondrous and fantastic person who deserves nothing but greatness in her life. She is literally the embodiment of pure of heart. She is precious and amazing, and yet, people somehow find a way to villainize her. How does that even happen? For the record, if I do get heated in a video, understand it's not my fault. It's the community's fault for slandering my favorite gal. Princess Peach. She is the embodiment of beauty and love. She runs the Mushroom Kingdom and pretty much treats everyone she cares about with respect and care. Now, I don't have an issue with the fandom's characterization of her, exactly, but it's the way she's viewed in general. She's treated as a woman. Not a woman, a woman. Here's the difference. She ends up being viewed as someone who should stay relying entirely on the man to save her. Someone who should be solely protected. Constantly be in the kitchen baking cakes for her male lover because it's mandatory because she is a woman. She is seen as dumb because she's a woman. And that hurts. It hurts a lot, especially towards her character. She's a leader, she can fight back, she can do things that doesn't require her to be told so by some dumbass man. She is independent. Just because she gets kidnapped a lot doesn't mean that she's this, "Oh, Mario, please save me, Mario. I need help. I'm so helpless and scared." Princess Peach Toadstool is a respected leader with power. That is one of the sole reasons Bowser even wants Peach. It's because Peach has power. But people can never seem to get that through their skull and butcher her character far more than it should be butchered. That is not my princess. And it's even worse when people say that Peach is a bad guy for rejecting Bowser during the movie, but people fail to see things from her perspective, despite us getting things from her perspective. Her kingdom was in danger. I bet you wouldn't marry someone who threatened to kill people who are important to you. If you do, no you don't. I don't get people villainizing Peach just because she has done no wrong. She is completely in the right to say the things she says about Bowser. She is right. Bowser is a monster. Bowser is a lunatic psychopath. No sane person in any dimension would try to force someone into marriage, then threaten to kill people. And then there are the people who say Peach wants to get kidnapped, which dives into ships that I'll get around to in a second. But you guys do realize that is not a healthy thing. Unless it's some weird kink some weirdos be having nowadays, I believe no, Peach does not want to be kidnapped. She doesn't want to be forced into marriage, and no, Mario isn't taking her away from her lover. She's being kidnapped, and she doesn't like it. Mario is simply doing something good. Something nice for someone he cares for, which is saving her from her kidnapper. There's no other logical explanation for this. The only person who should be saying stuff like that is Bowser, because he's weird. Speaking of Bowser... Hold on, give me a moment, I have to change the music to be appropriate. Bowser is the king of the Koopas, a fearless, tyrannical ruler of the Koopa Kingdom, or the Darklands. He's known for being ruthless, horrible, downright despicable. Anything else that equates to being evil, that's him. I love Bowser, not in the fan way, but in the way that I admire how he's written, handled, and portrayed throughout the canon media. He's done things genuinely that are terrifying and increasingly threatening, and it shows that he's not afraid to do something as long as it goes his way and how he views it. He's a menace to be taken seriously. Now, everything I just said will be thrown out the window because apparently he can't hurt a fly. Bowser looked sad once in the movie and immediately everyone turned on Peach. How exactly did Bowser manage to charm so many people into thinking he did no wrong and that he isn't going to violently cook Luigi in a pit of lava? Scratch that, not just Luigi, hundreds of people. I'm as big a Bowser fan as the next person, but if you blatantly ignore all the things Bowser has done, you're in the wrong, really. Kind of. He kidnaps the princess time and time again, stolen an ancient relic, consumed it, and then became a beast with the power that can shape the universe as he sees fit. You guessed it, he used that for evil. Destroyed the galaxy and also tried to take it over. There are so many things he's done that is essentially a fucking crime. But if you tone all of this stuff down, you're amounting Bowser to absolutely nothing, and Bowser would actually hate that. Bowser is cunning and tricky. Fan in Bowser is misunderstood, and not in that kind of way. I would like for everyone to understand that Bowser isn't a nice guy. You can't make him a nice guy, and he relishes in being evil. He enjoys being evil and deceitful. He enjoys being a horrible person. And even then, he's not all that horrible. He has a loving son and a whole bunch of, allegedly, adopted kids. He treats his son with care and respect, but genuinely is just a nice father looking out for his kid. He's not in the wrong for that. He even helps out Mario in some occasions. Bowser's Inside Story, Super Paper Mario, Origami King, and they even team up in plenty of party games. Mario and Bowser aren't exactly sworn enemies, they're just rivals. Mario still treats Bowser with respect, and Bowser, although he doesn't show it at all, respects Mario enough as a formidable foe. They hate each other, well, more Bowser hates Mario, but Bowser will still be willing to help Mario through a lot of hesitation and reluctance, of course. He isn't all that bad and he isn't all that good, but he is primarily bad and kind of unstable when it comes down to his emotions, which actually is on point with the ships. Now, I wanted to script this part, but I'm just going to have to not script it because at this point, I really couldn't care less if I scripted it or not. So enjoy the background music and also my fully natural, silly little voice thing that I'm probably also going to edit. Now, if you've been in the Mario fandom for a long while now, just like I have, you would understand that there are a lot of ships out there, just like any other fandom would have. There's Mario and Peach, Luigi and Daisy, Luigi and Peasley. There's just so many. I've been around the fandom for so long that I can list a lot of them from the top of my head. Now, I don't particularly have an issue with shipping entirely, because I do a lot of shipping myself. I mean, hell, I make ship art for not a living, but just for fun. But there are a few ships that, like, people tend to take, like, a bit too far, really. One of the biggest examples is just Baluigi entirely. I'm going to say it, okay? I'm going to say it. Even though it's been, like, popular this entire time, I do not like Baluigi. I just don't. It reminds me a lot of Dustberry from the Undertale AU fandom. If you understand what I'm talking about when I mention Dustberry, I'm so sorry, but I'm correct. It reminds me a bit too much of Dustberry, just for like a multitude of reasons. One, Bowser is evil, as we all know. Two, barely even refers to Luigi by his name, calls him Green Stash most of the time. And if you pulled that movie shit, I'm not listening to you, because that's even worse. That's actually even worse than, like, game Baluigi. Bowser has, like, become, like, a good part of Luigi's, like, character development and trauma also. If you've played Luigi's Mansion 1, you kind of know what I'm talking about. With that, that whole, the fight with King Boo, and that is terrifying as shit. And imagine how scary that must have been in Luigi's shoes. Like, oh, okay. So it's just like, it's taken over a lot too much, and just like, you can't say that the movie is a good, like, also good representation for Baluigi when it isn't, because it just feels a bit too toxic for me, especially since Bowser is Bowser. You can't expect him to hold in his anger all that much, and Luigi is Luigi. You can't expect him to not be Luigi. I don't get that. I just don't get it. How? I mean, like, you can ship Baluigi, I don't care. But understand that if you ship Baluigi around me, I will be moving to Nebraska. And that is final. I don't care where I am at that moment. I will be taking a good long-ass step all the way over to Nebraska. I may be 4'11", but my legs can elongate. And, you know, being unbiased here, I do ship Bowsario, but here is the issue. Bowsario, that's the entire issue right there. It's the same thing with Baluigi, except I guess kind of worse, honestly. Well, not really worse. I wouldn't say worse. I would not say worse. But it's just like, Bowser does not seem like he should be in a ship, just in general. He just should not be in a ship, because he's just like a little chaotic energy. He's a bit too much for chaotic energy, okay? He could not be good in a relationship, despite how much he offers. I don't think he would be good at all. Which is why Bowser and Peach also suck. I do not like that ship. Do not. That is Stockholm Syndrome to the max. That is such a bad ship. And I will be judging you if you ship it. I will be judging you, okay? As I mentioned previously, you can't even pull off that,
oh, well, maybe, Peach wants it or something, or maybe they're the secret lovers or something.
No. That is the most Stockholm Syndrome ever, and just doesn't make any sense, especially in the canon. And I don't care if you can pull a fanon card, I don't care if you can pull an AU card, screw you. You don't have to take my opinion for it. No, you do not. But I will be judging you. Promise you that if you ship it around me, I will be looking at you a certain way and scooting to the other side of my bus stop, or going to a different bus. There will be no in between for that. I will not be near you, okay? Bowser ships just do not rub me the right way. And just because I'm shitting on Bowser ships does not mean that, like, ships like Mario and Luigi are okay. Because they're not. They're not. They really aren't, okay? So, don't ship that. Don't ship Marigi. Or I'll march to your fucking... Anyways, there's still one more ship I have to mention. Oh boy, where do we start with this one? So first off, this has to be a shorter segment, but I'm just going to mention that I'm going to be talking about every single villain in this short segment right here. Now, the villains I will be mentioning, Dimentio, King Boo, and Bowser. We've already went over Bowser entirely, okay? We all know that from what I mentioned so far, Bowser just should not be in a ship in general. You can ship him, but that's kind of weird, honestly, because he's kind of an unstable kind of guy. I wouldn't trust him with my life, actually. I wouldn't trust him in general, but you know what? You do you, honey. You do you. But, then there comes, Demigi and King Boo. Now, I'm also a Demigi shipper. I will not be, like, chastising Demigi shippers as I've chastised every other ship here. Kind of, not really, but also kind of, yeah. But just, like, given how, like, with how much, like, Dimentio has caused during Super Paper Mario, it is a chaotic ship at that, and that is no pun intended, but yes, indeed, that is a pun intended. It's just, like, I just really don't get it. But I also do, because I ship it. But, like, if you ship it in the canon sense, that's kind of a no-go. But there's always Lizzadale's interpretation, which is the best, and I highly recommend you go check out their Tumblr page, because they have the best interpretation of Demigi I have ever seen entirely. It is so good. I haven't seen much Luigi and King Boo, which is odd, because I'd expect there be more, actually. But no, there isn't. So that's such a surprise, actually. But when it comes to, like, shipping Luigi, it's mainly Luigi. Okay, just mainly Luigi. When it comes to shipping Luigi with, like, the villains, I really don't get it, because every single one of those villains have directly or indirectly hurt Luigi in some way. And I mean, like, sure, redemption arc, but at the same time, I also don't see Luigi, like, going out of his way to interact with them in such a way that can be known as a redemption arc. I really just don't see it. Because, like, given Luigi's nature, I really don't think he'd, like go up there. Like, sure, he's compassionate and all that, but he's also got more, like, of a humane thing. Mario would probably try to help them. Luigi, just, when it comes down to Luigi, I just don't think he would. He does seem like he can show compassion, but also, like, at the same time, he's kind of petty. I'm just saying. But that's it for now. Thank you for listening to me record this on a phone on my bed with no microphone rather than my phone microphone. In KindMaster, originally just going to do it a bunch of gacha sprites, but then end up doing whatever this segment is. So, congratulations, you made it at the end of the level. I hope you enjoy your prize. Me asking you to like and subscribe, because that's what everyone does nowadays, because everyone wants the likes and the subscribbles. So, you should subscribe to me, because I have an unusual upload schedule, so an upload from me is like a loot box. Huzzah! You may get shit, you may get a good topic. Who knows? Who knows what I'll talk about? And, like it because I want to know if you like it, and also comment, because I like hearing comments. But anyways, cue the fanfare!